Last time on the challenge series, you challenged me to build a self-balancing bicycle. And we all saw how well that went. Well, actually it went pretty good. It wasn't too bad. But this week, I've been challenged to do a self-balancing unicycle. That's like twice as hard. And to be honest, it didn't go much better this time either. Well, actually, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I did pretty well. I mean, you know what? Just watch the video. Watch the video. You'll see for yourself. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Scrap Mechanic. This is ScrapMan bringing you another challenge series episode in which I take challenges from you in the comments and do my best to build them here in Scrap Mechanic. So, if you couldn't tell already, this challenge series is a unicycle theme. I've got a couple of different requests for unicycle type creations, so I figured I'd just knock them all out in one episode. Alright, so what do we got behind me? Well, in this episode, we're going to take a look at 3 different unicycles that all work in 3 very different ways. And we're going to start with the one on the right. So this one is actually based off of the movie The Lorax, in which they had this cool monowheel thing, and one of you actually commented asking if I could build it. So we're going to take a look at that one first. After that, we're going to take a look at this middle one, and this is basically the QWOP of unicycles. And what I mean by QWOP is it's very, very difficult to do, and it's very, very frustrating if you try to accomplish anything with it whatsoever. But it's possible. It's just virtually impossible. So I'll show you what I mean in just a little bit. But over here, this last one, this is probably the most unicycle-like one out of them all. The one that actually works like a unicycle and looks like a unicycle. And that one I actually adapted from my bicycle, which I did in my last challenge video. So go ahead and check that video out if you haven't already. Alright, let's get to it. So first up is the Lorax Monowheel. So, if you guys Google Lorax Unicycle, you'll come up with a couple of images of something that looks like this right here. So this is actually my favorite of all of them to drive because it's very fast and it's also very, like, effective. Like, it goes where you want it to go and it gets there pretty fast and it's very smooth. It doesn't have too many issues with balancing, as you can clearly see. It turns very well. I actually have the turning so that it leans into the turns thanks to OttoNL's tutorial video on how to create that kind of turning. He did that with his motorcycles, I think. But I think this is really fun to drive around. As you can see, it traverses the uneven terrain with relatively no problems. But you can see we got our rear lights, which I use the screws for. We have a big headlight in the front, some side lights there as well. And we have 2 wheels acting as one big monowheel underneath it. Now, occasionally the wheel will get stuck, and I think that's just an issue with the Scrap Mechanic collision detection. So sometimes when you stop the vehicle and try to go again, the wheel won't turn, and you have to either redo it on a lift, or you have to just keep going forward and backwards until you can finally get it unstuck. But this thing is just really, really fun, and I'm going to upload this to the workshop so you guys can drive it around as much as you want to. And it's just, I think you guys will enjoy it as well. So go ahead and feel free to look up an image of what this thing is supposed to look like. Obviously, I can't get the nice smooth curves that the real thing has. I even tried using modded pieces, and honestly, it wasn't much better. So I just stuck with the unmodded version right here. But I think it looks pretty well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Alright, next up, we got this derpy looking thing. And I actually ended up calling it the Derpy Cycle rather than the unicycle because this thing is just ridiculous. It is not self-balancing. This thing does not balance in any way whatsoever, as you're about to see in just a second. Actually, let's face this way. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set myself a goal here. My goal is to get from this line, whoops, from this line to this line. Seems easy, right? Well, we'll find out. So let's see if I can get across that line. So as you can see, there are no suspension things in this whatsoever. It's just an engine attached to a wheel, which is then attached to these pedals, which do absolutely nothing. but this does have turning. It doesn't work quite the way you'd expect it to. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna try to get from this line to this line without falling. Now this is an entirely manual unicycle, which means you actually have to use it like a real unicycle. You have to balance it yourself. And it's harder than a real unicycle. All right, here we go. So in order to go forward, I first have to get my weight forward, which means I have to start going backwards until I start leaning forward. Here we go. Go, 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 go. All right, I don't know if that counts. My wheel is just, I don't think that counts. Let's see if I can get the entire body of the thing across this line. All right, here we go. So go back a little bit. Now we gotta go forward. Oh, I turned the wrong way. Oh man, this is what I mean. This thing is so tough to do. I mean, even this short little distance, I can't do it. All right, here we go. This is the one. This is the one. I'm feeling it. Oh, turn, 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 turn. I think that counts. I did it. I got all the way across the line, guys. I think that's as best as I can do. All right, but you know what? That was a little bit too easy. To show you guys a little bit more of what this thing is really like, let's give ourselves a real challenge. So just going twice as far as that, I'm actually gonna try to go fast this time rather than inching my way along. All right, so this is how this thing works. Ready? Yeah, oh, no, I'm not going. That's what this thing is like. It's like you think you have it almost, and then you screw up, and then you try it again because you just want to get that little bit further. So I would be really surprised. I want to see, I'm going to upload this thing to the workshop too, and without making any, oh, I just did it. Check that out, guys. Check that out. So I'm be curious to see what is the farthest you guys can go. So this is, how many blocks is this? We got 16, we got 32, 33, 34. So I went pretty much about 34 blocks. Yeah, that's 34 blocks. So can you guys beat 34 blocks? I'm gonna put this one up in the workshop as a Derpy Cycle. Here, I'll show you the name right now. Yeah, so we got the Derpy Cycle. So look for the Derpy Cycle in the workshop, and without making any modifications to it, I wanna see how far can you guys make this thing go. Because this thing is just, it is extremely difficult to balance, but it is possible. It has everything you need to keep it balanced. You just gotta do it all manually. All right, so next up, last up is the big unicycle. And this, as you can see, is based off of the bicycle, which is this creation right here, which is a really, really fun creation that I really like a lot. So I'm gonna show you exactly how the unicycle here works. Now, the funny thing about this unicycle, compared to the bicycle, is I actually almost didn't build this. I almost gave up because, unlike the bicycle, this thing requires, it requires 5 different axes of suspension balance. Because you have the forward and back, you have, so that's 2, you have the side to side, so that's 4 suspensions, and then you also need turning, so you need the horizontal one as well. So I thought with a unicycle, if I'm actually gonna make it not too big and bulky, I didn't think I was gonna be able to fit all that suspension in there. And you need all these sensors too. But as you can see, thanks to my friend Retrospecs, he actually came in and helped me with this. So thanks to him, we actually got this thing built, and we have it up and running. And I'm actually really satisfied with how it came out. But check out, I really like the way that all the suspension bars look. So check out the way that all the suspension just contracts when it's trying to balance. I think that's really kind of cool. All right, so we're gonna take this thing on a ride. So we're gonna start off by going straight off of this jump here. Whoop. So, whoa. So it doesn't go that fast, unfortunately. I do have the electric engine, I think, at max speed, and I also have it powering both of the bearings. But unfortunately, I had the same issue on my bicycle. The wheel going through that wheel well there, it seems to collide a lot, even though it should have enough space for the wheel to go through. But the cool thing about this unicycle is that the turning actually makes it spin really fast, so you can do like 360s and stuff if you manage to get any air. But yeah, as you can see, the pedals turn with the wheel, and it balances pretty well. And I think it looks like a unicycle pretty much. So it's something. We're gonna see if we can go off this jump here. We're not gonna get any air pretty much, and we're probably not gonna make it. Well, alright, that was absolutely horrible. Alright, there we go. Alright, ready? We're going for it! We're going for it, full speed ahead! Whee! Okay, that we didn't go anywhere. Alright, I figured for a fun finale, what we can do is, I haven't actually tried this out, so I have no idea if it's gonna work, but I'm going to attach rockets, I'm gonna attach thrusters to the pedals here, and we're gonna see just how that works. I'm thinking maybe the bottom of the pedals, so we'll put a block there and a block there. We'll get our rocket out, and we'll do a little bit of that, and we'll put a block here and a block here. Attach this rocket, and then we'll just go ahead and attach them to the seat. Actually, you know what? Let's put them on a button. That way we can choose whether or not to have them. All right, so we're gonna put them on full power because full power is always the best way to go when you're experimenting with something new. And we have to attach the button to the seat. All right, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. This is completely untested. Taking our first look right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get a nice flat spot over here. Oh boy, look at those rockets. This is gonna be interesting. All right, are you guys ready for this? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, blast off. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. Guys, this is actually working, kind of. Look at this. Woo! All right, now we're completely upside down. I don't know how to, can we make it all the way around? Oh, that was kind of a faceplant. I don't know about that. I gotta be honest, this thing is working way better than I thought it was going to. Like, look, we can go really, really fast and actually kind of maintain a straight trajectory. I am really impressed with this thing. This has no other stabilizing other than just the normal sensor glitches. So that's actually really cool. I think I might actually keep it like this. Whoop. I like how you can just do like a full loop around. That is insane. I don't know how to do that on purpose. It was just kind of happening accidentally. It looks like you have to hit a jump so your wheel comes off the ground, and then you can just go up. That doesn't look like doesn't look like the most comfortable landing though. All right, so I'm just gonna upload this with the thrusters to the workshop, and you guys can take it around yourselves too. Alright, well this has been the Unicycle Challenge Series episode, so let me know in the comments which unicycle was your favorite, and let me know why, and leave a like if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Scrap Mechanic content like this. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Alright, so I'll go ahead and grab our black hole and bring it down there, and we'll pick all this stuff up next.